Whether you know it as the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, the new health care laws have come with a fair amount of questions and confusion among the general public. The folks at Hammond Insurance have a long history of helping Valley residents with their insurance needs. Now, Dain Hammond is here to help answer some of those questions. Joining us now is Dain Hammond. He's the president of Hammond Insurance Services. Their offices are in Stanton, Harrisonburg, Charlottesville, and Richmond. And he's brought Buddy, who's a fixture at the Harrisonburg office. Tell us about Buddy.
Well, Buddy greets pretty much everybody that comes through the door. He's kind of the head of public relations for our agency.
Okay. Now, he's here to talk about, actually, Dain is, to talk about the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. And Dain, if I don't have health insurance and since the deadline has passed, how can I obtain coverage?
You can't obtain traditional coverage unless...
You can't?
You cannot.
Okay.
Unless a qualifying event occurs, such as you get married, have a child, move to another state, adopt a child. It has to be a deemed qualifying event.
Okay.
Another route, you can buy a short-term policy, but that's where I'm saying you can't buy a traditional policy. The short-term policies excludes any pre-existing condition. So if you have an illness and try and buy insurance via short-term plan, it would be excluded.
Okay, and the reason for that is that they're only selling short-term plans that exclude pre-existing conditions?
There's a fallacy out there. The Affordable Care Act made it illegal for insurance companies to sell after the deadline, which is not true. Mm-hmm. What it did do was make it a bad business decision for an insurance company to insure somebody past the deadline. So companies are choosing not to, and currently there's nobody offering plans in Virginia.
And then there's a third option to get coverage.
If you obtain employment with benefits, then of course you can sign up anytime in the year through your employer.
Okay. Now, if I don't have coverage, what is the penalty?
The penalty is a minimum $95, and that's to be paid with your income tax return, or 1% of your income, whichever is greater. So typically it's going to be 1% of your income. Okay.
So if I made $20,000, 1% would be a $200 penalty.
Exactly.
Okay. If I own a business, how does this affect me?
Right now it doesn't. Where it starts affecting employers is 2015. And that's only for employers that have 50 full-time equivalent employees. It's not...
Start of the year?
Yes, sir.
January 1st, okay.
Small employers, that originally was part of the Affordable Care Act, that they would be required. That's been taken off of the shelf, and we think it'll be put back there after the elections. There was too much outcry about that and the effect it would have. Mm-hmm. So we feel it's been postponed until after the elections.
Okay. And are the premiums bigger, higher than they used to be for a majority of people?
Yes, for the majority of people. Mm-hmm. There's always different stories, but typically how it's worked out, the unhealthier people that were paying higher premiums before are paying significantly less. The majority of the population, the average health to good health, are paying a lot more. So the two prices have sort of balanced out in the middle. Mm-hmm. Between the groups, mm-hmm. But overall we're seeing about a 30 to 40% increase in rates.
So if you have questions about health insurance, call Hammond Insurance Services. I want to thank Dain Hammond for joining us.
Thank you.